Welcome back to the Coloring Book channel. Today I'm going to be coloring a Numberblocks page using my MagicFly colored pencils. These are oil-based colored pencils, which have a little more vibrant color than the wax-based. So that's what we're going to use today. Set these aside here. And we have number 19 for Numberblocks, which a lot of pages show just the first 10 blocks outlined in and making it white. So I'll probably outline the first 10 so that you show the 10 then the next 9. But I don't really like using light white, so I'll probably use yellow or something. So let's see what that looks like. I'll start with maybe a red. And there's a nice red. And I'm just going to outline it. The whole big block of 10. Okay, it's really hard to get a perfectly straight line. That's okay, you don't really need to. Just want the red to show up, so I'll leave it like that for now, and then I'm going to put a yellow, color this yellow in here. As you can see, I'm coloring in my Numberblocks book coloring book that I purchased some time back, and I've colored just about 20 pictures in here, and it's got quite a few more pages, so we'll see how that goes. Okay, so that's the yellow, and I've got the red line on the edges. I'm going to make that a little bit bigger over here to stand out. Now, let's come up with something a little different for his hands. How about a sapphire blue? That looks nice. If you notice, I'm using kind of a circular motion as I color this in. I'm trying to avoid having coloring lines. And so I just kind of go in a circle like that to color smooth the color in. So that's his hands. We'll do his feet the same color. 1 feet, 2 feet, 3 feet, 4. Okay, got that. Now, what are we going to do with his eyebrows? I may make his eyebrows black. They really stand out against this yellow and whatever color I choose to use over here. That looks pretty good. But I need to do something with his lips. I already used red, so how about let's use a pink. Even though I'm working in a tiny space, I'm trying to use a sweeping motion here underneath the eye, and then when I come up here, I go back to that small circular coloring. Helps it look a little smoother. But then I can't quite do that underneath the eye, so I'm kind of sweeping back and forth in a U shape until I get just the right color there. Okay, that's excellent. So now, for the other half, I'm going to use a coffee color. That sounds interesting to me. And I'm just going to color that in. Now, when I'm doing these blocks, unlike the hands and the feet. I don't use a circular motion. I kind of like to come in at an angle like this and color, and I try and keep everything in a straight line as I can. That makes the picture look a little more uniform and not have so many what I'd call pencil strokes. So I'm going to color these next 5. So I colored the first 10 in yellow. I'm going to color the next 5 in coffee brown. And then I think I'm going to take the next 4 and make them yet another color to just make this number block highlight out the divisions of counting. So it'll be 5, 10, 15, 5, 10, 15 is the yellow, or 5, 10 is the yellow, 5, 10, 15 is the yellow and the brown. And then you'll count 1, 2, 3, 4 to get the 19. Okay. Brown's going on pretty well. You can see when I color this with this brown pencil, it goes on a nice, even, pretty light brown. If I want it to be darker, I can go back and hit the edges, and I may do that. See what it looks like. Okay, and I think I'll hit the edges with a black. What's a fun color we can do for our last ones? I haven't used any green, so how about we use, let's try this. Here's a jungle green. Okay, so I'm thinking of being wild and crazy here and doing a different color green for each of the last 4 blocks. Whoa, that's a bright one. This one is mint green. But if you looked at my other colored pencils on drawings, you can tell that this is a lot brighter than the ones that I use that are wax based. That's the Castle Art pencils, very nice pencils. But not near as bright as these. This one's basil color. Also a nice green. I'm up against the edge of the drawing here, so I gotta be careful with that. Color outside the line. You can color outside the lines if you want, because there's no rules with coloring, but usually makes your picture look a little more finished if you don't have all those lines going outside the edges so much. But up to you and your creative talents. Now this one is a lime green. That looks pretty lime. Now you can see I did a couple of strokes here, right here and here, that were really dark. I'm just going to kind of go over them a few more times. And maybe I can blend that in so they don't stand out so much. That looks a little better. I did that up here too with this one, although I'm not sure what color I used here. I'm going to be careful not to. I think it was the basil. Okay. Now, and then I'm going to use a really dark green to do the outline. This is an olive green. That's the color of an olive. Very close to the color of an olive in the refrigerator. And we're going to do that around the edge. Here, sometimes you can use black around all the edges. That often also looks nice. But today I'm experimenting with using some other colors around the edges. And this looks pretty good to me. And we will make the number 19 black like they often do on the TV show. The number at the top is black. There we go. It looks beautiful. Wow. I think we're done. I'm just going to put my name here. I always like to do this. I don't always do it. 20, 24. Okay, looks great.